So you just finished setting up your first Google Ads campaign. It's been a few days and now you want to optimize it. There's a lot of things that you can do to improve your performance on your account, but there's really just one thing that you have to do on a daily basis or even a weekly basis to see real and tangible results. And that is staying on top of your negative keywords in your search terms. You can find your search terms inside the insights panel on the left side, unless Google has changed things recently, but it's under a thing called search terms. So as you scroll through these terms, you'll probably see a bunch of terms that don't make any sense or things that you don't really want to show up for. These are what's called negative keywords. Negative keywords are things that don't really fit your business needs or offerings, and you just don't want to pay to show up for these ads anymore. So it's very important to get those keywords out of your search term. For example, if you run an urgent care and someone is looking for a COVID shot and you don't do COVID shots at your urgent care, and someone still clicked on your ad, you still paid for that click. So when you negative out a keyword, you no longer show up for that keyword anymore, but you want to make sure that you negative it out the right way. And we're going to be talking about that later on in the video. So why is it so important to remove these keywords out of your keyword list? Negative keywords can contribute to tons of wasted spend. I'm talking hundreds of dollars a month just in keywords that you don't want to show up for if you're not staying on top of these. The way Google works is by driving high intent customers to businesses and offers that they're looking for. And when someone clicks onto a site and it doesn't have what they want, they do something called bouncing. So they exit before they even click or read anything on the site. This sends a negative signal to Google saying that your site isn't what people are looking for. And that can drive up costs and drive down performance, costing you more money, and you're confused on why no one's calling in. It also wastes a ton of spend on curious people just looking around, and let's be real, we're not trying to pay for curiosity, we're paying for business. How can you monitor your negative keywords? What you're gonna do is you wanna log into your Google Ads account and go ahead and go to this little panel over here and click campaigns. What it'll do is open out this little section and you wanna click insights and reports. Then once that drops down, you wanna click search terms. Click search terms, and this is where all the magic is. It'll show you all the search terms and all this information. You can set these up in your columns. Probably make another video on how to set these up the right way too, but you'll see all of the search terms that you showed up for in the past month, or you can organize it by whatever date frame you're looking for. And here you see added, excluded, and none. What this means is your keyword targeting. So when you target keywords, if you added in urgent care near me, it'll say it's added. If you already excluded this keyword, like Medicus urgent care Dunmore, meaning we don't want to show up for that keyword, it's excluded. So then you have none, which is keywords that you're okay with showing up for, but you haven't yet decided yet. So what you can do here is scroll through all of these, and for a month, you can tell on this account, we've popped up over 700 different keywords, and you can organize and show up to 500 at a time. And usually over a course of a week, depending on how much you're spending, you should see around 100 to 200 keywords. And it'll be less and less and more focused, the more refined, and the more often that you are staying on top of your negative keywords. So what you do is you scroll through and you find keywords that you don't want to show up for. So urgent care x-ray, let's just say your urgent care offers x-rays. You would leave this one alone. You keep scrolling, walk-in clinic that does blood work. Let's say you don't do blood work. You would click that and you click add as a negative keyword. And as simple as that, you would either, if you want to do it at a campaign level, meaning you want every single ad group in your campaign to never show up for this word, make sure you click campaign. For example, you have a COVID testing ad group inside of an urgent care campaign, and your urgent care ad group is showing COVID test as a keyword. You would go in and click the ad group so it doesn't show in the urgent care ad group anymore, but it's only showing in the COVID testing ad group. That's a little bit higher level, but that's exactly how that function works. Okay, so what you could also do is continue scrolling down and clicking things that you don't want to show up for anymore. And you can click all of them if you want to at the same time. It makes it easier to actually click all of them at the same time and then go back and click add as a negative keyword. And you see we have the 6 options here, and that's all you have to do. So how often should you do this? Well, we recommend doing it as often as you can, but at the very least, you should be doing this at least once a week. Another thing is, the more you plan on spending, the more often you'll have to check, because your ad will be shown more, meaning you'll have more chances of showing up for keywords that you don't want to show up for. And one more thing, let me share with you a little hack that we use here at Patient Care Marketing Pros to make this job way faster and way easier. So here's the hack that we use to get ahead of those negative keywords before they even become a problem. What we use here is a negative keyword list that we created in-house that is basically a universal negative keywords. These are keywords that no urgent care ever wants to show up for. It's just, jobs, salaries, 24/7, especially if you're not open 24/7, gynecologists, all these type of things that you probably don't offer. And you can make a list of the things that you don't offer. And this is our internal one. I'm not sure if we're going to throw it in the description, but maybe we should. Wink, wink, Hannah. We use what's basically called universal negative keywords broad match. And broad match means that if anywhere these words show up in a search term, you'll never pop up for it. If you were to scroll down and click this one and click add negative keyword, you would see these two brackets on each side. That's what makes things exact match. That means if someone types in walk-in clinic that does blood work, you won't show up anymore. The problem with that is if someone search urgent care that does blood work, you'll still pop up. And if you don't do blood work, it's a waste on both clicks. How you can get in front of both is by broad match negativing blood work out. That means no matter how they type in any search that uses blood work, you will no longer pop up. So what we created is a broad match list of keywords that you never want to show up, down to specific type of doctors, dentists, competition. You can add your competitors here in broad match so you never show up for anyone looking for a competitor. And what you can do is you can copy and paste this entire list and paste it into Google as broad match, and you will never show up for anyone that mentions any of these words. So how you can do that is by scrolling down and clicking audience, keywords, and content. Once you open that up, you want to click search keywords. Once you open that up, you want to click negative keywords. And here you'll see all of your negative keywords that you've ever negatived out of your campaigns. And what you want to do is click this little plus button that'll open it up, and it'll ask you what campaign do you want to add your negative keywords to. You want to click your campaign and you want to paste your list. You can make it yourself, or we may provide this in the description down below. And you want to copy and you want to paste it right here. And what you want to do from there is click save. And now you never have to worry about popping up for any of these keywords. So if this video helped you out in any way, you could do us a huge favor, click like and subscribe, and even share this video with any other person that you feel like this would help. Thank you and have a great day.